It's hard to believe that it's been 1 year since we got the LCI for the X7. This is a 2024 xDrive40i in Skyscraper Gray Metallic over Cognac Sensafin. I'm Anthony from Hawkeye Rides, and the entry level starts with 375 horsepower underneath the long hood with broader shoulders, a two-piece headlamp assembly. LED headlamps and daytime runnings, it's adaptive, obviously. You would only expect the best when you get to the largest vehicle that BMW makes. Active kidney grille underneath the BMW badging, satin aluminum surrounding it, everything on the lower opened up, even the side curtain. With 40 horsepower more than the 2022 model, 67 pound-feet of torque more than the 2022 at 398 pound-feet of torque. 3.0 liter straight turbocharged 6-cylinder paired with the ZF 8-speed automatic transmission. 8.7 inches of ground clearance is going to be more than enough. 2-axle air suspension, that's going to be standard. 5,217 pounds curb weight, but you have nearly 400 pound-feet of torque for motivation. 47.9, 52.1 weight distribution. Now that has changed since the 22 model. 22-inch multi-spoke alloy wheels. The satin aluminum is going to be on the roof rails and around all the window treatment. Comparing this to the Grand Wagoneer, that's going to be a longer vehicle. This is going to be shorter. This is going to be faster. That's going to drink more gas. This is going to be a little bit less in towing, payload over 1,200 pounds. It's going to be a little bit less than that. Comparing it to the Cadillac Escalade, it's going to be a longer vehicle. It's going to be a little bit more wide. 21 mpgs to the city, 25 mpgs for the highway. If you need more power than the 5.60 to 60 that BMW claims, go to the M60i, 4.4 liter twin turbo V8. With 523 horsepower, and yes, the 0 to 60 is a second-ish faster than this right here. Or you could option the top-of-the-line XB7 with 620 horsepower. LED tail lamps, the lower is going to be covered with dual exhaust on the exits. Front and rear parking sensors with a 360-degree reverse camera. Power trunk lid. Going into 12.8 cubic feet of storage, LED interior lights, a 12-volt charger underneath, storage that you can put the privacy cover for the second row, fully electronic for the seats. So you just push them, they'll split fold at a 50-50 split. That's going to increase cargo to 48.6 cubic feet. Electronically fold those captain seats forward. That's going to max cargo to 90.4 cubic feet. Going inside, the X7 xDrive40i. Headroom starts at 41.9 inches. Legroom at 39.8 inches. 20-way power seat adjustment, heated, ventilated. Memory for the driver and passenger. Dashboard starts off with the ambient lighting underneath the wood, air vents in the gloss black satin aluminum that's going to surround it. And it's a 2-part air vent in the center. Heads-up display, upgraded Harman Kardon sound system, 1-panel curved touchscreen with navigation, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Sirius XM, AM, FM, streaming Bluetooth audio. We're equipped with Driver Assist Pro package, which includes Driving Assist Pro, Highway Assistance, Active Cruise Control with Stop and Go, Active Lane Assist with Side Collision Avoidance, and Traffic Jam Assist. Paired with Park Assist package, which includes the Parking Assist Professional, Surround View with 3D, including the car wash. The Premium package adds the Harman Kardon sound system and the gesture control. And the Climate Comfort package adds front and rear heated seats and 5-zone climate control. The driver cluster is a digital reader 12.3 with the AR. You will see the camera in front of you. When you change the driving modes, it will change the layout, so the configuration will be more open or closed depending on what you choose for your driving mode select. 3-spoke leather wrapped steering wheel with the paddle shifters and the stocks. The wood goes around the satin aluminum, open up to a wireless charging pad, BMW's digital key, USB, and a 12 volt between the cup holders. You can option glass knobs for the rocker. iDrive8, your driving mode select to raise and lower the suspension. It's going to be heated here as well as the armrest on the door panel. Open up inside, and it's a deep storage pocket with another USB. Harman Kardon starts off on the door panel, which they are soft closed. One touch up and down for all of the windows, ambient lighting underneath, and it's soft to touch with a long storage pocket and a beverage holder in the front. For the second row, I'm at 39.9 inches of headroom, 37.6 inches of legroom. These seats also electronically adjust backwards and forward, so you have 4 electronic positions for the second row. 2 cup holders are going to be in the center with a 12 volt, 2 USB-C ports, and a storage tray under your dual climate control and heated seat switches. Storage behind both of the front seats. Open up to another USB-C port with the air vents in the side. The door panel gets the soft materials pretty much everywhere. Ambient lighting underneath your armrest. One touch up and down for all the windows. A long storage pocket with a beverage holder in the front. Power adjustment for everything, for your sunshades on all 4 corners, including the roof. To go into the third row, push it forward, and it will electronically move forward to make the entrance easier for adults and children. For the third row, I'm at 36.6 inches of headroom, 33.3 inches of legroom. The big complaint I have here is the sidewalls push your feet more inwards. The rails, you're going to be in between them for the seats in front of you, so it's going to be a little bit tight with feet space. The diamond stitched seating, USB ports on the side with a cup holder, 5th climate control, and heated rear seats. 375 horsepower with 398 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60, like I said, outside, 5.6 seconds. Let's see what we get. I would say it's right at those times. The nice thing too is that air suspension, so it keeps it feeling comfortable even when you're pushing it. You have a little bit of dynamics here too. Which is not necessarily a normal trait in a vehicle that weighs over 5,200 pounds. So you gotta really start taking all this in and digesting it. Obviously, it's not a perfect world vehicle, but they're trying to make it as perfect as possible. The steering is gonna be a little bit more heavy when you put it into sport because you can alter that. You can alter the shift patterns, you can alter the way the drive is. And I mean, you can still have fun because it's a BMW. Look. And it stays planted. What vehicle do you know that's a tank size can do this besides BMW? Because you're not going to be doing it with a Cadillac Escalade even if you option the V Series, nor a Grand Wagoneer. But you can do it here. Even the Range Rover Sport. That's going to take me to some things that I like and dislike. And starting off with is what I like about the vehicle. When you option it this way, all the packages in which we've went over on the exterior, 5 climate control settings, every single seat is heated. Now obviously every seat isn't ventilated, that would be a nice little token to have, but what vehicles give you that much in luxury for a price under $100,000? The second thing that I like about the vehicle is you can still option the base option. You're gonna get 40 horsepower more than the prior LCI. You can option the M60i and you're gonna go over 500. Option the XB7, you go over 600. So depending on your wallet size, but realistically, the base is efficient because 0 to 60 is under 6 seconds for this big of a vehicle. The sound deadening could be a little bit better, but we're riding on 22-inch wheels, so you have to be realistic whenever you're talking about sound deadening for the interior of a vehicle. The last thing that I like is how the seats contour against your body for the front occupants. I kind of wish the second row would do the same in the sense of having a little bit more power seat adjustment, because when you get into Mercedes-Benz, they tend to have a little bit more power seat adjustment for the rear. The price though will escalate more. Comparing it against the Grand Wagoneer, that one will have more power seat adjustments, but the seat is more comfortable in this particular vehicle. That one will have more technology throughout the interior, but this one is going to be more of a fun in and out everyday driving vehicle. Three things that I dislike about the vehicle is the way the seats are. There's a little bit of a area that you can drop your wallet or your keys, and I've done it, and it's virtually impossible to get it out. So you have to get out of the car, move the seat a couple times in order to get it, and this is not my car. I would hate to lose my driver's license. The second thing that I dislike is these A-pillars. Whenever I was doing some of the cornering, there was a time where the A-pillar actually blocked my sight of view, in which luckily I stop and I don't just go, because there was a car there. The last thing that I dislike about the vehicle is the power adjustment for the third and second row. It's a little too slow for the cargo, and going into the third row, the same thing adjusting forward. It takes a little bit more time than need be, and this is something I complained about prior to the LCI, in which you would have hoped that they would have fixed or adjusted these things, because overall, everything that they've done has improved it by at least 80%, if not more. You're gonna find some things you can nitpick here or there, but most of that is gonna be the fact that you have to pay for applications. But even with this one screen curved display, I think it keeps an elegant stance for the X7, in which I was a little skeptical at first when I was hearing that they were going to put the IX screen in pretty much every single vehicle, because I didn't really want it to look like a Mercedes-Benz. BMW sets itself a little bit different than Mercedes, and this now keeps more of that standard look that a lot of the automotive industry is doing. On the exterior, I think BMW nailed it with the two-piece headlamp assembly. It looks very dynamic, and even with that large grille, it fits, because this is the largest vehicle that they make. The side could be a little bit more dynamic, but that depends on the color that you choose for the exterior. In the back, I think they did a good job in the styling to just keep it clean and more or less simple. I'm gonna check that turn radius at more or less a stop point. It's gonna get about 2 lanes, and for a vehicle over 200 inches, that's pretty good. Let's go. And that's pretty much your everyday drive. So you're going to hear the engine note coming in, but it stays pretty quiet for the most part. When you upgrade larger wheels, it's gonna have a little bit of road noise, but you don't feel the imperfections, and it's not overly wide in the lane. It will feel long when you look back, but you got blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist, and nearly 400 pound-feet of torque. I'd like to thank BMW of Wesley Chapel for giving us this 2024 BMW X5 xDrive40i for our car review. If you're already a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Hawkeye community. If not, I don't know what you're waiting for. Click the next video and the subscribe button. Check out the merchandise, website, Instagram, leave a comment and a like.